And new developments today on the ground in Iraq just coming in this morning. According to the Associated Press and senior U.S. officials, the Obama administration is now providing weapons directly to Kurdish forces. This after the Peshmerga, as they're known, just started to regain some territory that had been captured by ISIS. The official source quoted by the AP says this is not the Pentagon supplying these weapons. The AP also says the CIA has historically done these types of operations in the past. Also, there are new signs of a deepening leadership crisis in the Iraqi government. Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki is accusing the newly elected president of Iraq of violating the Constitution by missing a deadline for him to ask the biggest political party to nominate a prime minister. Informed that government also knew this morning the coalition of Shia political parties nominating someone besides al-Maliki to be the next prime minister. This morning, forces loyal to al-Maliki were dispatched to the ground to stand guard in central Baghdad. This, again, after the prime minister said he will not cave into political pressure to drop a bid for a third term.
The case against 9/11 mastermind Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and some of his co-conspirators resumes today at Gitmo. And the future of these cases could hinge on the release of that still classified Senate Intel Committee report. The report details the way prisoners were treated in CIA custody. Republicans on that committee, including Vice Chair Saxby Chambliss, claim that CIA's interrogation techniques used on guys like KSM were the key to finding Osama bin Laden. Attorneys for the terror suspects say the release of the Senate report would shed a lot of light on the ongoing cases, now in their fourth year, and it would help prove that the U.S. is serious about the legal process.
Well, Miranda, today it looks like the former Secretary of State is trying to distance herself a little bit from her former boss. Hillary Clinton cited President Obama's lack of action against Islamist militants in Syria as the reason ISIS was able to gain control over large portions of northern Iraq. That interview appearing over the weekend on the Atlantic's website, Mrs. Clinton says, quote, the failure to help build up a credible fighting force of the people who were the originators of the protest against Assad. There were Islamists, there were secularists, there were everything in the middle. The failure to do that left a big vacuum which the jihadists have now filled. The Clinton interview happened before the president ordered those targeted airstrikes and humanitarian deliveries in Iraq.
Violence and looting erupt during a vigil for an 18-year-old Missouri man who was shot and killed by a police officer. Take a look at this video. You can actually see people walking out of stores carrying various items like these tire rims. Police say Michael Brown, the victim, was unarmed at the time of the shooting. The officer who shot Brown is on paid administrative leave. The incident continues to spark outrage in the predominantly black town of 21,000 people. The local chapter of the NCAACP is now investigating the case and has asked the FBI for its help.